Mary Martin, M-A-R-Y-M-A-R-T-I-N. I was born in Dallas, Texas, August the 28th, 1914. My mother was a graduate of Fisk University, and she grew up in Nashville, Tennessee, and that's how she got to go to Fisk. And her father was a slave master. Her mother worked for the slave master and had her by the slave master. And he sent her to college because he felt that she was a smart little girl. My mother was a social worker, and my father was a dentist. And both my parents were mixed, a mixed generation. They both had white fathers and black mothers. So he was a very fair man with straight hair. My mother's father was white, and he educated her. He sent her to college, and that was his gift to her, and she never looked back. My father's people I didn't know very much about. He was older than my mother, and I didn't know his parents and anything about them. In Dallas, Texas, where I live, all the schools were segregated, as I said. And we used secondhand books, secondhand chairs, secondhand desks. And as I grew older, the high school I went to was built, and we had everything new and fine. But when I was little, everything we got was hand-me-downs. And we didn't expect, we had to accept what they gave us. I went to Fisk University, which is an all-black university, a very fine school. I learned how to be a lady, how to act like a lady, and they taught us all the social graces. And we had all black, a non-segregated school, all black schools. And then as I grew older, I decided I wanted to be a librarian. I did not want to teach, so I chose to go to the University of Illinois in Champaign, Illinois. So the state of Texas paid for that. They said, we don't want you to come here with us, but we'll pay for you to go anywhere you want to go. So we took them up on it. And then I got a job in Gary, Indiana, which was not in the South. It's near Chicago. And that was a very interesting town, an industrial town where they had lots of steel mills. I stayed in Indiana until I got married. I worked there 6 years. And I stayed there until I got married, but I'd go back and forth to Chicago on weekends, and I had lots of friends over there and lots of things to do in Chicago. And I loved working in Gary, Indiana. When I decided to get married to this young man, he was in the Army, and I was working in Gary. And so at the end of the year that I got engaged to him, I worked from September to June, and then I resigned and moved to Tuskegee, and then I worked at Tuskegee Institute in the library, and he was there. And he worked at the hospital, and we stayed there about 4 or 5 months, and then we came to Detroit, and ever since I've been here.